This is what he told me his dreams is. He goes, I'm going to be in the UFC and the NBA and be the first trillionaire. And I was like, in my brain, I'm like, that's literally impossible, but whatever.
Or do you ever ask him, like, what are you going to do to get there? And
so he knows all the logical shit, right? And then, like, let's say he wasn't working hard on that. I'm like, what happened? They're trying to get in the NBA. And he goes, I don't want to go to the NBA anymore.
Welcome back to another episode with Min. What's Mortgage is here with us. Something really bad just happened with your kid. Could you tell us about it?
yeah, he's in school. He's in the 4th grade. And this one kid who they have issues together. And went up, started kind of humping him.
No way.
Like, just walk up with a clipboard, put the clipboard against him, and start going like, and he's a guy, and a guy doing it, and my son's like, hey, stop being gay.
Okay.
And it offended somebody, not the kid who was actually doing the humping.
A gay kid that was listening?
I don't know. So pretty much he had to talk to him, like there's discipline action. Because he said that out loud, and it offended somebody.
What's the action, like suspension or?
They just talk to us. They send us all these emails, and you know, if it happens again. So if it happens again. So recently, something did pop off again.
But that is gay though.
Not wrong.
Bart, you're in trouble. Can't say that.
So and I'm nothing against gay people. Like, I have gay friends, but I told them the story. Like, yeah, that is gay. So it's like, okay, even
Yeah, that's like
Yeah, you're humping a guy.
you're kissing a guy in the mouth and you're like, come on, dude, stop being gay. And then it's like, that was a straight act.
Yeah.
what is he talking about?
Maybe it's the stop part. It's like you're not supposed to tell them to stop.
You're supposed to take it?
This is gay. Continue.
Maybe you gotta just be like, that is inappropriate. Maybe he's supposed to say, stop essaying me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, maybe.
Basically,
So because of that, he's nervous at school. So actually, this happened this week, and he didn't defend himself. These other kids came up to him, hey, we took a survey, and everyone thinks you're gay. And then he didn't defend himself because he doesn't want, the next one I think would be something with the school, because we already got the letters and the emails, and he's just left alone. So he's sitting there like, what do I do? Like, and I'm just like, it's like, what do you say as a dad? You know, like,
They didn't prepare us for this shit. Back in the day, we don't get in trouble for this shit. We just fight, and then we get in trouble for that. If that happened, you fist fight, and then your teachers call you in. They were fighting. Why? Because this happened. Well, you're both wrong.
first of all, there's nothing wrong about being gay, but if someone called you something that you're not, and you don't want to be called that, now it's like, what do you say? Because 2 weeks before that, you know, you said that word. So it's like, and we already started to get emails from the school, so we don't want to use that word. So he's like, kind of like a gag order without a
Why
gag
aren't
order.
they concerned about the fact that he was being humped, though?
Right.
Like, I thought that was
Or a
like,
survey's being taken.
He got essayed.
like if it was a guy doing that to a girl, like wouldn't that be the same like crime?
I don't know.
I think that's worse
If it's unwanted, right?
than saying, hey, stop.
Is the principal at the school?
Yeah,
But schools are different these days. Like, dude, the way they teach, it's all iPad. So you think about the morale and the way they teach, it's been so diluted now because no one wants to offend anybody.
Probably the values of the school. If like they have their fucking morning powwow and it's about upholding woke shit, that's probably more important than the actual action. It's like, let's say if someone whooped your ass, but then you offended their feelings, and if feelings is like what they're trying to enforce,
Yeah.
it's just fucking crazy, man.
I don't know. I remember in high school, people used to say all kinds of shit. Like, if they'll be like, let's say you're being cheap or something. They'll be like, man, stop being Chinese. Right? They'll say stuff like that. And I think that's like mild racism. So this would be like mild homophobia, right? So I guess.
Is that homophobic, though? To be like, hey, stop humping me, stop being gay?
It was actually gay.
I also think in the 90s, the values is stop the violence. There's too much. So I think it's just whatever they're trying to
And
enforce.
stop the drugs.
And drugs, yeah, whatever the priority.
So right now it's
Stop hurting people's feelings.
Yeah.
No, and then the 2000s was stop bullying.
Oh yeah.
You're getting participation trophies now.
Yeah.
They're like, you don't know who's winning, who's losing anymore. It's like, hey, you're getting a trophy.
What do you think would happen if your son punched the kid in the face? What do you think would happen?
You know what? They don't get kicked out for that. So my son.
So maybe he should do that.
Yeah, maybe.
Honestly, this might be fucked up, but he might have to be like, bah! And then everyone goes, okay, maybe we'll stop calling him gay all the
Because
time.
it seems like words are more punished than physical violence.
So my son, when we're doing a little bit of jiu-jitsu, so him and this other kid who was like a troubled kid from one of the community centers, he single leg, but he missed, and the kid kicked him in the head. They just got a warning, but no one got letters. He got kicked in the face.
Yeah.
He got kicked in the face. Nothing happened, but the words, something happened.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So I think they might be hypersensitive toward racism and homophobia. Then, that's what it tells me. Like the gender stuff, the homophobic stuff, whatever. So like, they're trying to prevent those type of actions, but then you could beat the crap out of someone as long as it's not motivated by any of those reasons. Like if it's not a hate crime reason, if it's just like, I don't like you, or whatever it is.
But that's like being humped is almost a genderless assault. Like, I'm not gonna change my mind about finding out who it is.
Yeah.
Like if I was just being humped,
Yeah.
That itself is bad.
I'm being humped, man. Like,
That's worse than saying like, stop that.
what? What's worse?
Getting humped.
Yeah, it's arguably it was meant to be.
But it's not a genderless action for the humper.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, yeah, but
I'm just saying, you know what I mean? That's funny.
Because it does way more if it's a boy doing it to a girl.
Yeah.
But if you're a boy and a girl did that to you, you'd be like, yeah, whatever. You know, like it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But when it's a boy doing it to another boy, they're 9. It's like something.
Yeah, or if I'm running down the hallway in the school and I just choose to hump a girl, like, of course I'm gonna get in trouble.
And you should get in trouble.
But if I go and hump a boy, he might get in trouble if he calls me gay. So I got way less risk.
that's crazy. that you can just
Worth the
like,
risk. But at 9, like, dude, these are 4th graders doing this. Like, what were you doing at 4th grade? Were you thinking
I
about?
was probably humping people though. But nobody was calling anybody gay over it. It was just funny.
I feel like everybody called each other gay since 3rd grade.
Yeah. Well, we weren't getting called gay for that. We were getting called gay for having a shirt where the neck was too low or something.
Wearing a purple shirt to school.
Dude, you bought Payless shoes. Somebody called you gay.
Your jeans were too tight.
Somebody called you gay, dude.
You hug your sister too much.
KCal9 T-shirt.
KCal9 shirt.
I wonder how much adult life rubs off on kids too. So like, let's say like if you're a kid, right? And like, let's say some kid at school breaks into the computer lab and steals a computer, and if an adult is trying to chastise them, like, what the fuck? And then you point to the news, you're like, they literally broke into the Apple store, nothing happened. Like, how does the teacher, like, because they're supposed to prepare kids for the adult life, right? And he's like, that guy just got let out, so you need to let me out.
Oh, the kid's like, this is less than $1,000, so it's just a misdemeanor.
Nothing. I should come
This
back.
kid's big on news. He watches the news a lot.
Nah, because in California, what the teacher would do is actually prepare them for the future. So they'll get a whistle and a timer and be like, all right, guys, you guys steal all the computers in under 2 minutes. Ready, and go.
But the math teachers, they're doing the math. Like, make sure you add up. The values are all there.
Ryan, that's over $500.
That's the closest you can get to 950.
Sounds like good training.
Well, then what was it like when you guys were in school and then we all saw the riots happen? Did anybody like
Which one? We had so
90s?
many.
the main one?
The Rodney King one?
We were in elementary school.
Yeah, but you all saw it. And then
Stay inside. See, that's why you stay inside. You keep to yourself.
Well, from a stupid mindset and seeing like, cause I was really young, but from a stupid mindset, seeing like what the older kids were up to, in some ways, like, you know how you're so dumb, so you're like, oh, dude, if I ever want to get famous, I just gotta jump the fuck out of someone. You know, it's like you don't process it the right way, cause then I'll see that, then I'll see like,
Kid has stupid logic.
you know, I'll see like the 11-year-olds beat the fuck out of someone, and then that guy's famous. So then now you're like 7 or 8. You're like, oh shit.
Don't ask cops questions.
don't ask them questions.
Yeah, because you see, you know, Rodney King get beat. Like, dude, why would you want to ask a cop a question or stop and talk to a like? You're afraid of cops.
It did teach me to comply way more.
Yeah, like
Like,
my hands are on the steering wheel. I am reaching for my wallet.
Yeah.
I was scared as fuck of like cops. Like when cops would come to like school to do the DARE program shit.
Yeah, they were scary.
Everyone would just like look at them like, I don't know, man.
I don't know, man.
Oh no, man. Is he really a cop?
Every cop in my mind was like just like a Stone Cold Steve Austin in police outfit.
He's gonna beat you, dude.
He's gonna stomp you out.
What do you think was the police response then? Let's say you're like, you're some other dude's humping you, and like, what should the cop do about it? If you go like, police, this guy just humped me.
Let me turn on my body cam.
Yeah. What's the police response to that versus like a teacher's response? Like if there was a cop on campus.
I feel like a police would be just like, here's pepper spray. Dude, do something. Get him. I don't want to be involved.
So with the teacher, so this happened like, so this recently, so the humping thing happened like about a month ago.
Yeah.
What recently happened where, hey, we took a poll, they said you're gay. And
The reviews are in.
And then he's like, "Who thinks I'm gay?" And like he can't even.
Who says I'm gay?
He couldn't defend himself. So the school actually, like, so over fighting over what other subjects, they want you to learn through iPad. But through this subject, they had a big meeting for the whole classroom about
How gay your son is?
Oh my god.
talking
that's
about that.
dumb,
So
dude.
like other things they want you to go to iPad or they want you to use ST Math, they call it, to figure out how your problems or solutions. But this one they call like a meeting for the
Yeah.
classroom to go over not to use these words. So
Is
they
that-
are they're very focused on like using,
Right language, like
when you say they, is
cool.
this like is each teacher able to like create this kind of a focus, or is that the teacher's got someone above that?
I don't know.
saying-
I just
it feels like that's like each teacher would be the one to do that.
I think it sounds like the focus of the whole school, because if the administrators are involved and they're also reinforcing that rule,
So there can't be a teacher that's like, I'm cool, I don't really care.
but when they ask, you better say I care.
Because I'm sure this is not the first time this happened in any of the grades. Like, I'm sure this happens a lot, where kids are calling each other gay and then it becomes a whole fucking thing.
But how is that like the funny thing is like, why are they prioritizing this language thing? Is it to prevent physical violence? Because that also happens, and they're still not.
Yeah, they're not even addressing the.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, what are you doing? Trying to prevent humping? Because humping started this.
so that means in their minds, humping students is less of a offense than calling someone gay.
But what about calling humping gay? Because he's like, stop
No.
doing the gay thing to me.
Yeah.
But humping should be gay then, I think. I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
I just like they called him in, they had the talk, so he felt vindicated because the school actually did something about it. But now it's like it's a language thing. So now when you go to school, if you want to joke around or when you say words, like you have to be very crafty at what you say.
You gotta go, are you gay for real? All right.
You gotta ask.
But maybe, what if it's
Or
like,
can you sign this consent
you know,
letter?
like-
Let me know. Let you know that I know that it's okay to say it.
what if like, because the dude that was humping is truly not gay, he's like the coolest kid in class, and the teacher's all, Marty's not gay, you idiot. He's just humping you.
Marty's gay. You know how many girls like this guy?
I like him.
How many kids do you have?
You're gonna call Marty Weinstein
what's up?
gay?
Yeah.
He's the star of the basketball team.
And he's like, and having a kid who's not with the in crowd is kind of, watching him like, growing up like, man, why can't you, like, they're all doing this, why can't you do it?
Oh, he's got his own.
Yeah, he has only like, he reads, so he's in the slasher movies, so like parents think we're bad parents because he likes horror movies. He likes horror movies, like Terrified. There's that clown where he watched Terrified. I'm like, bro, for Halloween everyone dressed up as like Luigi. He was like Purge.
You could tell he's not in the in crowd.
Oh yeah, he's not in the in crowd for sure.
He's like a goth kid.
I'm telling you, when he was younger, like a couple years, like maybe a year or 2 years ago, I went to school to see how he's doing at school before they put up the fence. I'm like, where's my boy at? He's walking around recycling when other kids are playing. I'm like, this guy's walking around.
Dude, your kid is tight, bro.
Like putting trash away.
Yeah, but driving away, I'm like, this guy volunteered to like pick up trash. I'm gonna sit there like watching him through the fence. I'm like, oh my god, this is my boy.
He's sweating.
Wow, that's different. I've never seen
Yeah,
that.
he doesn't do sports and
At that age, it's
not
like
tight at that age.
fucking lame. But as a father, that must be like, yo, who is this kid? That's cool. Like, like responsible adult stuff that you do younger.
Yeah.
It's good. Adults look at that and go, oh man, that's such a good kid.
Yeah.
But then your peers are like, why are you fucking picking up trash during recess?
Don't you want to play basketball?
Yeah, like, be a kid, man.
Then they're like, dude, I'm gonna hump that guy during break, man.
yeah.
Did you ever ask him like how come we're like recycling instead of playing?
He just likes it, you know. He just likes doing like he does whatever everyone else.
Is he really organized?
No, he is now because my wife made him organized. He's he's transitioned to like being super organized. But he's a reader now. Before he was doing really bad in school. And you think about being Asian. You would think math you didn't have to worry about. Oh my god!
You know what? It's like
math was like horrible for him. Like, bro, that's the other side of you. That's not the Asian side. For sure.
What does he like to read?
He reads books. Dude, he's reading that It book by Stephen King right now.
So he likes horror. Yeah, that's what it is.
He's reading that, and then he's reading Greek mythology, like all the other mythology. Cousins sleeping with cousins, brothers sleeping with brothers.
Wait till he
parents
gets
sleeping with
to
their
Norse
kids.
mythology.
So he's reading Norse. So he's like,
Wait, at 9?
he's reading it.
So
he's,
Dad, check out Griffin.
He's reading it, and then he'll watch it on YouTube. Like,
Yeah, a lot of kids just don't fit in when they're too smart for their grade.
Yeah, kind of.
Your kid's smart, man.
Dude, when I was in 4th grade, I tried to read Harry Potter because all the kids were reading it. I got through one page and I was like, I'm out, dude. No way.
I was too dumb for Goosebumps.
That's what I'm saying.
I couldn't even read Goosebumps. So
I couldn't read fucking Harry Potter. I was like, I'm out.
That's true, man. I read the first sentence and I'm trying to sound it out. It takes me 30 minutes and I throw the
I just touched the bumpy words on the front page. I'm like,
You're like,
this
oh
is
wow.
tight.
How do they do this? How do they manufacture these?
He's gonna be fine when he grows up, or he's gonna be a
as a
murderer.
parent, like you want him to have social skills because you know life.
yeah, for sure,
You know, I think about now, like if I made a list of everything my parents made me learn and do, like if I can get rid of 80% of that and focus more on social skills, I think I would have developed better as a.
But everyone has shit social skills right now. Everybody.
That's
Oh
the difference,
man.
though.
Yeah, absolutely.
The difference is that like if he liked recycling, right, and you're like, why you do that? And the difference is just if he was like, I don't know, recycling's pretty cool.
I bought him
Or if he was like,
stick. I bought him that stick where you can pick it up.
but does he say like,
Still supports
because I like it, Dad? Like that's the difference. You know what I mean? Like the social skill thing is like he could be doing the same stuff, but just how he communicates it makes a big difference.
That is what social skills is, yeah.
When he goes to jiu-jitsu, does he talk to other kids?
No, he doesn't. He's by himself. Yeah.
But it's still pretty new for him, right?
No, we were going for a little bit, then we stopped because he just wasn't into it. But now he's going back because he's like, I'll only go back if you go. So now I'm going with him. But I want him to go because in case he needs to start defending himself. Because he's easy. When you see, if you were a kid, like I'm thinking, if I was his age and I saw him, would I pick? I'd punk him. So I'm like, oh, for sure.
You think so?
I'd punk him for sure. I'd punk him for sure.
To be able to like know that it's like
Yeah, it's like I'm gonna punk my own kid, so I for sure he needs skills. So when I'm watching jiu-jitsu and he's seen this other kid kind of punk him all the time, like man, but you gotta let him go through. It's like unless because like life he's gonna get punked. Like,
He's gonna keep showing up.
Yeah, so
But don't you find such like an excitement to like the fact that he's different?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm no father, but
As a parent, you want your kid to be the same because it makes your job easy. The more different it
I
is,
see.
the harder of a job you have. So imagine like this. Imagine you have
tell him, Bart. Tell him. People who have kids, tell him.
You have a burger shop, right? Your best friend next door has a burger shop. You make it's the same business model. Yours, you have to put in like 80 hours a week and you make 500 grand a year. This guy puts in 80 hours a week and he makes $500 million a year. And you're like, why am I doing the same effort and the results are way lower and it's actually way harder? So when you see other kids that like, you show up to school, they walk in line, whatever, you know, like Taika, when I drop him off at school, his school has like these little like pillars and stuff in the building. It takes him literally no bullshit, like 30 minutes to get to class because he goes like this. Oh! Oh my god! And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, get the fucking class! The bell rung. Oh my god! And I'm like, so I have to be there to go, just get to fucking class, please.
Bro, Tyga's so slapstick, dude. He just wants to be a slapstick.
is he doing that because he knows you're watching, or he's just performing for everybody?
He's just outside the box, and then I see the other parents with just normal, good kids. They go in, put the backpack where they're supposed to, like, or here's open house, right? You go open house, and then like, this is my project. You're just like, oh, look how sweet.
all I'm saying is, you want them to be the same, so it's easier for you. But in the future, he also might be exceptional at something.
But when
The ROI is too long.
I want it now. Think about if you were the parent of Jeffrey Dahmer and you saw these behaviors, and you're like, hey man,
there
you
you
gotta fix this thing right now. You know, like what you can't be eating glue all day long. Like, you watch a kid like think about Jeffrey Dahmer, these other kids that end up being serial killers, or these adults assaulter or serial killer. Like maybe there were habits like my son. I don't know if my son had it or not, but maybe I could stop it, or maybe maybe you gotta turn a little bit this way, you know. So we try to do flag football things. He just wasn't doing it, but he's a runner. This kid at 9 years old can run a mile almost nonstop.
It's because he's
At 9 years
imagining
old.
all the clowns are getting.
But he runs it in Crocs or bare. I'm like, this kid's like running like in Crocs. I'm like, bro, this kid's like,
Croc
who's he
country.
running from? Is he
Croc country.
Dude, he might be like Usain Bolt or something.
That's dope, dude.
like so? Like he'll run, and then but like I said, he just picks random things to be good at. Things that I'm like, that's not. Is it normal? Is it not? Do I
right.
just not say anything?
Yeah.
So,
But activities are the best way to like get your social skills up. You find people that are into what you do.
but he doesn't want to talk to other people. Like the reason why he picked running because his mom is like, hey, we got to do something. So like we're doing the jiu-jitsu now, but we have to do something. So we tried things like, no, I just want like, all right, then you have to run this lap. I'm thinking he'll pick the sport over the lap because it's like a mile.
It's boring, yeah.
Yeah, but like I'll run.
do the fun
I'm like, hey, you want to go play basketball? Or you want to go?
I don't need to run and talk to somebody.
What is his like physical delivery when he talks? Is he like very like that?
Yeah. Or he's always apologizing for something. Like, stop apologizing.
Oh, man.
I'm sorry, Dad. I'm sorry, Dad. Like, no one's gonna do anything to you. Don't be sorry.
Where do you think you got that from? Is that a personality trait you have?
I think I had it too for a while, but I didn't I don't ever show him that side. But it's like innate in him. So I'm like trying to tell him to stop apologizing for something.
So you think that you, at some point in your young life, you developed like this personality
Yeah,
that
correct.
you have because you're very like outgoing and extroverted the way you talk.
Because it pays the bills. So I told him like, hey, I had to develop a skill because I gotta pay the bills.
But at what point do you think it actually kicked in?
Probably a couple years ago. Like
You were
let's say-
getting humped like 3
No,
years ago.
You were calling you gay? Spreading rumors about you? Fine, I'll buy you out. I'll buy you out then.
Give me a better rate.
In sales, I used to be called the prairie dog. The prairie dog is when you line up the calls, but you didn't close because I didn't have the closing. So like you get them on the phone, then you pass on. Get them on the phone, you pass on. It's a prairie dog. I used to be a prairie dog. Now I'm like the closer, but before I was a prairie dog. But it took a while because the prairie dog only makes X amount. So eventually you have to evolve if you want to go surpass the prairie dog.
There you go. Maybe just like a late bloomer because
I'm hoping.
maybe later on
I'm hoping.
Or just start making your kid pay the bills already.
Start getting him on some sales calls, man. See what he does.
So right now he's we're like, so we already. Are you doing this with your kid? Like we go down a career path. We start working on taxes already. Like, hey, how much are you gonna get taxed? So we're working on.
We would talk about finances.
Yeah. So we go like he got this card. So he just got a Pokemon card, but he was stressed out last year. He would get, all right, I got a $50 gift certificate. Okay, if I buy this and this, I'm like, how much your taxes again, Dad? I'm like, oh, I can't buy this right now. So that's the good thing. He's figuring that out, but he doesn't know how to get the money. So now we're working on how to get money. So we're like, okay, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? Like, in my mind, I'm thinking, I hope this guy doesn't want to go to college because it's gonna be expensive. He ain't gonna get shit out of it.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, it doesn't look like he's going in that direction. So the next part is like try to figure out like what he's gonna do with his life.
My kid's still. So his dreams is, this is what he told me his dreams is. He goes, I'm gonna be in the UFC and the NBA and be the first trillionaire. And I was like, in my brain, I'm like, that's literally impossible, but whatever.
Hey, you know what's funny? With inflation, the trillionaire thing might be more possible.
Or do you ever ask him like, what are you gonna do to get there? And that's when my son goes,
No, he knows. So he goes, I gotta work hard at jiu-jitsu, I gotta do good in basketball. So he knows all the logical shit, right? And then like, let's say he wasn't working hard in basketball, what happened? They're trying to get in the NBA. And he goes, I don't wanna go to the NBA anymore. Like he'll get like, fucking like blocked hella hard, you know, and then he's all demotivated the rest of practice or something.
how about when in jiu-jitsu, if he gets beat up, how does he deal with the getting beat up?
So this guy's a fucking scumbag. Like he'll he's like on one of the days the parents can watch, right? So like let's say I'm watching and then I see him like get taken down by a move I know he can defend, like through the glass. I'm like, and he's like, and he goes to literally the lowest white belt and is just mopping the fucking floor with them, and he's looking at me.
What a bully!
I'm like, that's not the fucking point. So like we have a system of how you can earn money. And I go, if you get a submission or submissions $2, takedowns $1, but it has to be your rank or higher. Oh. So that was like, I have to gamify everything, and the game constantly changes because he's a scoundrel, so he'll find loopholes. So now
He's a scoundrel.
So now I'm like,
Am I doing it again?
Go ahead, go to the white belt and mop the floor with them, but you're not gonna get shit, so you just wasted a whole round. So now he has to go like you know, he has to like check everyone's belts. Is this guy good? Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, he's your same rank, but he's fucking 2 years younger. So now I have to find even more contingencies, you know?
Yeah.
You sunk too, man.
That means he's
got
gonna
the
be
art of
successful,
war.
dude. He's gonna be successful.
Only fight wars you can win.